All right, all right. Positive energy all the time. Hope everybody's doing well. Yes, indeed. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Well, Christmas is over. I hope you all ate well and didn't consume too much things that will cause you problems during 2025. So, everybody on Facebook, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, rep your city, rep your city. Everybody on Facebook, I'm representing Chicago, Illinois. Everybody on Twitch, I'm representing Chicago. Everybody on Kick and everybody on YouTube, I am representing Chicago. And my other Facebook account, both Facebook accounts, I am representing Chicago, Illinois. We have Atlanta, Georgia in the building. We have Benton, Louisiana in the building. Big things are getting ready to really be going on in Louisiana. And let's get it cracking. I usually let everybody enjoy the holidays first before I criticize them. Norfolk is in the building. The question this morning is how much money did foundational Black Americans spend on Christmas? We got Baton Rouge in the building. Now, I feel like we shouldn't be spending money on Christmas for anybody but children. Philadelphia's in the building, the beautiful and gorgeous Shauna Queen Bee. I feel like the only people that should be getting anything is children, seniors and under. That's it. Adults shouldn't be getting anything for Christmas. Nothing. I think adults that play Christmas have some issues, maybe psychological, social issues. I think. I'm not sure what it's about, but it's really weird when I see Black American adults doing Christmas. It's just a little strange. I do understand that it's a holiday and you need some reason, I guess, to celebrate. And I do understand in some cases it has something to do with Christ, but uh, it seems like if you were really dealing with Christ, Christmas would you wouldn't be happy with Christmas, sharing Christ's birthday with Santa. Seems a little antichrist. It's almost like Christians have sold out Christianity for Babylon Christmas, worshiping two masters. That's a little strange. But the the fact that Black Americans are the only group, men, I put all this on the men. The Black American men are the weakest men in terms of unity in the country. It's disgraceful. Everyone else pretty much stands on being Irish or Italian, but the black man in America, he has no type of heritage, pride, and heritage. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with them. No matter how many changes we make, the next generation come and go right back. I'm not sure. It does have something to do with the black man doesn't control his family, and he pretty much caters to the women. He don't have no backbone, so he'll do anything for a woman. And instead of leading, he's kind of a follower. So the black man in America follows women. He doesn't lead them at all. He follows them, and so if that makes them happy, he's going to do it. If the food is unhealthy but it makes her happy, he'll do it. You know, I've been on Instagram, and I need to talk about this on Vegan Intel. I don't know if you pay attention. Pay attention. You know, Instagram and on YouTube, they have these shorts. Have you seen these shorts of women looking sexy, like in their outfits, and they kind of highlight their butts? Have y'all seen that? If so, give me a thumbs up so I know I'm not just talking to myself. Have y'all seen those like clips? It's a bunch of clips of women. A lot of them are beautiful. It's beautiful women. They even got one where they do the thing where the woman walks by the guy. He goes to talk to her. She walks off. He goes to the car. Then she sees he has a nice car and she turns around. You can tell it's staged. But in the clips, they make her butt bigger than it is when you clip on the video. I guess that's to get you to, they're like photoshopping the butts, making them bigger. And then when you hit on it, she not shaped like the picture. It's the strangest thing. But they have these oversized women and they have them in these outfits. Now, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if it's photo. I don't know if it's AI or what. But they have these big old women with like waist, small waist, but their 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 butts and their legs are huge, right? And they got them looking kind of sexy if you're not into health, but they look extremely unhealthy. And I've just been seeing more and more of these women with these big old legs, these big old butts, and they got these outfits on it. I don't know how they get them to shape like that. I don't know if it's AI or some kind of computer tricks. And it doesn't look like they have no stomachs or they'll have it wrapped or I don't know what. But their bottom parts are so huge. Their legs are so huge. Their butts are really huge. And I guess they got on shape clothes that help shape you. They look extremely unhealthy. I'm like, if we got that many women that's that big on the lower body, boy, we're gonna have a serious health. Boy, we're gonna Black Americans are going to hit a wall with health that's going to be bad. I mean, we're hitting it already. Every time you're looking up, somebody, but it's going to be way worse. You give it like another 24 to 36 months, it's going to be bad because there's no way those women are going to be feeling well when they're that big from the waist down. I mean, legs like that. And then they got them looking still shapely, but if you look good, you're like, what is she eating? It's I don't know how they're doing that, but it's very strange. Very strange. Uh, and so the holiday came. You could just imagine what everybody ate. Oh boy, everybody made themselves sicker. It does appear that it doesn't have as much steam, but people still spent many. And you have to ask yourself, how much money did foundational Black Americans just spend over the last 30 days for Christmas? A lot of money have been thrown away. And the sad thing about it, it's a lot, but it's not enough. So imagine spending millions of dollars. Imagine spending like $800 million, but usually you spend $1.5 billion, and you're short. It's not enough money for the system. So people have spent a lot of money, but in terms of benefiting the economy is tanking. Like it's still not enough. It's the strangest thing. So people have went and spent a lot of money that basically will not help the economy because so many people don't have money that even though you spent a lot of money, comparatively speaking, you didn't spend anything. So they've been spending the results, trying not to tell the results. They keep saying online spending, because nobody was in the stores like that. The stores were empty. I've been watching content creators in the mall. Like I just watched Lil Woody. He was in the mall. And there was nobody in that mall. The mall was, there was nobody in there. He was walking through a big old, pretty much empty mall with a person passing here and a person there. Not the amount of traffic that we know to be in malls in the 80s and in the 90s and even in the 2000s, early 2000s. It's not that type of traffic in those malls. Those malls are empty. But yet we still spend money that will not benefit us any. There's this weird social, mental condition going on where people are trying to prove how good they're doing socially by throwing money away. It's like, even if they can't do it, they don't want the stigma of not being able to afford Christmas. Even if they can afford it, they feel like if they don't play Christmas, they'll look like underachievers. So there's this new thing where you're judged as your achievements by where you go on vacation, what kind of car you drive, what kind of shoes you wear, what kind of watch you got on, what kind of jewelry you got on. And that's how you're judged as that's how your work you're based on your worth based on that. You know, your whole worth is based on that. And so if I go somewhere right now and I go to an event, there's gonna be people there trying to see what kind of shoes I got on, what kind of jewelry I got on, what how much does my outfit look like it costs, and that's gonna be my worth. So this is why you gotta have a brand on to show your worth. It has to be a brand. The shoes have to be a brand. The pants have to be a brand. The belt has to be a brand. The blouse, the shirt, the dress. Everything has to be a brand to show your wealth. It's way out. And so the athletes and movie stars and upper echelon that's playing the game, they're going broke left and right. It's just crazy. Every time you look up, one of them is going broke. You know? Every time you look up, one of these athletes that have made a lot of money, one of these Hollywood people that have made a lot of money, have thrown it all away on those brands. And the sick thing about it is it's not you can't just wear the brand. You have to wear the latest version of the brand. You can't just drive a Mercedes Benz. You have to have a relatively new one, and you have to have the more expensive model to be given this false type of prestige or credit. It's the craziest thing. They got the women doing it, they got the men doing it, they got the young people doing it. And if you don't do that, uh, you don't have any sense of self worth. So people have no self worth. And when you do it, you don't have any self worth because all the worth is in the junk you bought. There's no worth in you. Your worth is in the belt. The worth is in the shoes. The worth is so you don't have to take care of your health. You just got to have on some expensive shoes or pants or belt or dress or skirt or blouse or jewelry. That's it. And so our people went out there, and you have to ask yourself how much money has foundational Black Americans just spent. The crazy thing about it is they just had the mass blackout. I knew that was trash. You've heard no results from it, right? You've heard no results from the mass blackout. And what people pretty much did is don't spend money here, but spend it still over there. I always thought it was ridiculous because all you're going to do is spend it the same amount of money on December the 3rd till now. So the people that make the money, they're still going to get it from you. They're just not going to get it from November 25th to December 2nd. But they're going to get it from December 3rd till December 26th. They still got the money. It wasn't really a blackout. It was basically hold your money and spend it next week, basically. Don't buy nothing this week, buy it next week. Basically, I don't that's not gonna hurt anybody. If I got a store and I'm gonna make 7,000 this week and 7,000 next week, and you all don't buy from me this week, so I don't make seven. But next week I make 14. I mean, I made the same money because you're gonna double up the next week. I'm gonna make 7 and 7 because I'm gonna make the 7 from everybody that was gonna spend next week, and I'm gonna make the 7 from everybody that waited a week to spend next week. So at the end, when I count the books, I'm gonna have the same money. So that was a little weird. So you have to ask yourself how much money did we spend? That's the big question. While exact 2025 Christmas spending figures for Black Americans aren't out yet, early reports show Black consumer power nearing 2 trillion, but concerns about inflation caused budget cuts, with some Black families slashing holiday spending plans by hundreds of dollars. Even as overall U.S. holiday sales hit 1 trillion, Black Americans still represent a huge spending force, but economic pressures are forcing adjustments in holiday buying. So they're saying people have to adjust their holiday down. Now, here in Chicago, the mayor messed up so much money helping the migrants that the government never gave him back. Now he looks bad. They did him really dirty because that if the mayor cut off a lot of money from the migrants that the government let in, I'm sure he just knew for sure that the government will cut the city a big check because that was a government problem. Cities never should have had to deal with the migrants. Cities don't control the borders. But they didn't, especially when you get a racist group in there that will obviously help whiter cities and whiter states and not help Black cities at all. I mean, the Trump administration is definitely looking racist. So I'm kind of tripping on Blacks that's not admitting that. I mean, it's kind of over the top racism. I mean, anybody could see it. It's racist, basically. It's just doing everything to Blacks, getting rid of books, taking names off of stuff, like a payback for when they took down all of those white statues and stuff. They still mad about that. So they're like, we'll take your stuff down now. Which I always thought it was a bad idea to take that stuff down, but now we see it definitely was a bad idea because somebody get in there and say, well, we'll take your stuff down. You're trying to erase our history. Doesn't too much matter with Mother Nature about to do what she's about to do. That's another video for another day. But you have to ask yourself how much money have people spent when it's kind of obvious that the economical future is topsy, it could go any kind of way. So you just wonder who's out here spending like everything is just great. Like even if everything is great for you now, I don't know how you wouldn't see that the future looks like it could be pretty grim. Like the economical future of America does not look great. And the president, Trump, is absolutely horrible with economics. He's horrible. His personal life, his personal business has reflected that. And now, yeah, he's probably going to drive the country flat, bankrupt, and broke because he's just not fiscally smart. There's no way you would be trying to redo the White House right now. There's no way no way you would put money into some ballroom at the White House that's not going to bring no money back in. And so politics is ruining the country too because people are picking this side or that side and then they just blind to both sides. Both sides can do whatever they want to do because their side is going to let them do it. But you have to ask yourself, how much money did foundational Black Americans spend for Christmas? And what will foundational Black Americans' economic situation be in 2026? Will a lot of Black Americans regret their spending habits in 2025 when next year comes? Are you going to look up and kind of lose your job? Because I can't understand how anybody feeling job security right now or any type of economical security. I mean, I don't feel any economical security. I feel like you could just find out you're not going to have no money under this administration, the way this government is running. I feel like you just get bad news out the blue. Oh, bad news. We're going to cut Social Security. Oh, bad news. We're taking this many. Is that type of government right now. Trump appears that he will just do whatever so he could spin it over here and he don't care about you over there. This is what it looks like. It looks like this whole economy could collapse. I can't see how anybody would be just throwing away any money right now. I don't see it. It's like if you got a nice car to run, I don't see you just deciding to buy a new car right now when there's nothing wrong with your car. That looks crazy to me. And sometimes people, they want to live their life. I got to enjoy my life, and they end up miserable because they do something crazy to enjoy their life in 2025, and then they end up messed up in 2026. And it's like, well, you're not enjoying your life. You said you got to enjoy your life, and then you made financial decisions that have made your life unenjoyable because you just wanted to enjoy your life just in that moment, not thinking that the misery could be way longer than the enjoyment. Okay, you went on a cruise, you spent money you probably shouldn't have spent. You enjoyed the cruise for 2 weeks. Then you lose your job. And the next year, now you're miserable for what? How many years? Not that that money would have saved you in long term, but you would have had some nest egg. You wouldn't just be constantly throwing your nest egg away right now. And people look crazy to me right now, especially black people celebrating Christmas. You look crazy. To me, you look crazy economically and you look crazy medically. I can't see anybody eating that food in 2024. Everybody should know that stuff is unhealthy. And so people are just living in straight denial to the point where, at the Christmas dinner, people are there that are diabetic or got pre-diabetes, have high blood pressure, have stage 2 cancer, stage 3 cancer, at the Christmas dinner, still consuming the things. It's you go and you eat all this stuff Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then you get bad news the whole next year, and nobody puts two and two together when when these people be just sick and dropping on the news. Oh, so and so. Oh, so and so. And say, well, yeah, it's mighty strange. They just ate a bunch of junk for the holidays. you know, it's like nobody puts the two and two together. Like they eat a whole bunch of junk. Oh, the great football player he just passed away. Oh, this one passed away. And it's like you just had a junk fest. They just ate a bunch of junk. I tell you, and it's strange. So I was trying to talk to my children and stuff. I think it went in one ear and out the other. I told them, the economic future doesn't look hella great. I don't know to anybody else, but it doesn't look like this is the time to be spending money. This is the time to be frugal and sit still. I really don't want to enjoy my life 1 minute and make me miserable the next minute. I don't want to. If I enjoy my life, I want to be able to enjoy it constantly. I don't want to put the enjoyment here that's going to make me miserable 6 months later. To me, that's not enjoying my life. You're growing up, you see people go on vacation, they max out their credit cards, right? They follow this concept of enjoy their life, and then they be miserable. They never put two and two together. Do my children? Uh, Eating is personal. It's not family oriented. So eating is personal, Anthony. Eating is personal. It's not family oriented. It has absolutely nothing to do with family. It's something that people have to decide on their own. Well, just because you want to take care of yourself, you cannot pass that to anyone because it's a self choice thing. And you can't make anyone, when they go out to dinner, pass up a piece of chicken, whether it's your daughter, your granddaughter, your wife, your parents. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. It's not my vegan lifestyle. It's just the way I live. So it doesn't work like that. It's only one person. When you're eating right, it's only self care. It's not the kind of thing that you could spread. It doesn't work like that, Lance. When it comes to eating right, you can't spread that. It only could be adapted by those that adapt it on their own. There's nothing you can do with that. It doesn't work like that. So I don't waste any time. I don't preach to people about eating right. They have to be watching me on their own. So if you're watching me on social media, I'm talking about it because I'm doing my thing. I'm on my social media. But out in the world, I would never talk to you about this, Anthony. I would never bring this up. I don't talk about this to anybody, not my children or anybody. I don't talk about this. It's a personal thing. I only talk about it where people log in to watch it. They can log off. That's it. But as far as intruding other people's space, I don't do that. My children only eat what I feed them when they're young. Once they become adults, I have no idea because they're adults. They're really not children. See what I'm saying? My children ate what I fed them, but I don't really have children anymore. They're offspring, but they're grown. My youngest is about to be 30 soon. She's in her late 20s. So I don't really have any children. You see what I'm saying? It's just it's not that type of thing because you have to overcome your cravings. I can't get you to pass up on a donut. There's no way I can stop you from eating a donut. I can't do it. There's no way I can stop you from eating chicken, and you grown and you my son and you out there with your girl, your woman, your wife or your queen or whatever. I can't. I don't know what y'all doing. It's not a thing you run around preaching. It's something that the main concern is just me. So when it comes to eating, my main concern is my colon. I don't want colon cancer. I don't want diabetes. I can't stop you from getting it. And that's something you got to live with if you get it. It's nothing I got to live with. So if you got a daughter or a son that eat too much, they overweight, that's on them. You get up and you work out and you go to the gym and you take care of yourself. But my mother and my grandmother used to say a hard head leads to a soft behind. That's for sure. The people that think it's a joke, really, they're just not that intelligent, to be honest with you. Because any simple research on the ingredients in the food, any research you'll see is no good. It's a fact that the food is no good. So you really have to go out your way to ignore the facts because it's already documented. This stuff is no good. It's beyond documented. As a matter of fact, right now we're having recalls at a record number. Recall, recall, recall. Don't eat this. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. It's getting even worse. So for people that just eat the basic standard American diet, they just slow. They're not that intelligent, and a lot of people are not good with uh, results of their actions. This is why we got so many people in jail. So People don't want to consider that. You know, you talking about this, they just eat it, it's easy. They don't feel good. They go to the hospital. Doctor tell them you got stage 4 cancer, or you pre-diabetic, you got diabetes. Then they're like, oh, oh, you know, like after, I don't know, it's something nutty. Like after the fact of the matter, because Atlanta, a lot of people aren't that smart. Because anytime you could read well and you could study, you could do research, and you don't know none of the ingredients that you're putting inside of your precious body, you're slow. Something you're not intelligent. The highest level of intelligence is what you eat. There is no intelligence higher than that. What are you putting in your body? And so if you don't have any intelligence on concerning that, you're about as unintelligent as they get. And definitely because there's people take great care of their cars. Imagine taking better care of your car than your body. That's absolutely crazy. You want to buy the best gas, you want to buy the best oil, you're washing on it, you're brushing on it, you're keeping it clean, you're keeping the oil change, all that, new transmission fluid, and then your body, you don't know what's in your body, you know what's in your car. It's just like really crazy. Because to your, I don't know, I don't understand. It's really a lot just like the economy. You just spend money and you laugh now and you cry later. You throw money away. One of the reasons the economy is so bad is because of health costs, cancer treatments, and medical expenses is driving people to the poorhouse. Insurance company drops you too. It's just real wicked. They'll drop you. You done paid them thousands of dollars over the years. You done paid them hundreds of thousands of dollars. You get sick, they'll drop you. That should be illegal. That's why that guy shot that guy from the insurance company. Because they dropping people that pay lots of money. Auto insurance do it too. I paid insurance years and years and years. And somebody stole my car and they dropped me. They sure did. They dropped me. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. And so I don't know how much foundational Black Americans just spent. I'm not sure what Black Americans are going to do. I don't think we have any leadership. I don't think we have any unity. And I think the black man is in today is the worst in black history. I think the black men today in today's society are the worst in black American history. They have no unity amongst themselves. They have no responsibility towards their people. They just horrible. Because they would be the ones out front trying to make sure, their wives and everybody ate better, but they won't. So, like Anthony asked me about eating right. If I'm eating right and I got my children, but they go out in the world around you and you're the majority and you don't care, you make me look like, oh, he's just a weirdo. Because we all doing this. So it's hard to have any leadership qualities when there's so many losers out there with no leadership qualities, no concern for the health of their people, no concern for the economics of their race or nothing. The foundational Black American man is a disgrace. He has no fiscal responsibility for his race, his people, nothing. He has like nothing. The only thing you see a lot of them do is holler about Jesus, and a lot of times Jesus don't even be black. They got no nothing, no. They have no unity in front of their people, and they have no nothing really. There's no unified economical ideology for foundational Black Americans. There's no unified uh, dietary, medical, nothing. There's no thought patterns. It's just like every man for himself, and it's not really every man for himself because everybody's following. It's just a bunch of followers. You know, you've been hearing it for years. You know, the black man's going to say, "Man, everybody gonna be there. Everybody got that. Everybody." And so long as everybody is lost, everybody's gonna stay lost because the black man's also everybody. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. You don't see the black man studying health in the average black man. You ask them, what's the cancer rate? What's the prostate cancer rate for black men? They couldn't even tell you. What's the breast cancer rate for black women? They couldn't tell you. Black men don't know that 4 out of 5 black women are overweight or obese. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. And some of the women that do have a shape, they got surgeries. They went and got surgery and got fat taken out of their stomachs to look like that. Put on all kind of waist trainers and all kind of weird stuff. And so we definitely don't have any economical nothing. Because black people ain't supposed to be supporting none of these holidays economically. Christmas, the black man's supposed to be telling his family, the only thing we're going to do is visit relatives. We ain't spending no money. If he was really, you know what I'm saying? Because you could get more if you didn't. Imagine if the black man, the foundational black American man, had everybody don't buy nothing for Christmas. You know how cheap stuff would be afterwards? You'd end up being able to buy 2 to 3 times the amount of stuff after Christmas than you buy during Christmas. Because they got to sell it. They'll be begging you to buy it, and they'll be slashing prices like crazy, but you don't want to play hardball. Because if your idea is you still want the stuff, you're going to get the stuff cheaper if you make them play the way you want to play. So if you wanted to have new televisions and things in your home, you can have your home better equipped if you didn't spend money for Christmas than you can spending it because they're gonna rob you. But if you play hardball, now they got to sell it to you at a decent price. So it's just no economical unity, no dietary unity, no unity with raising children. You know, that was like, we should do this and we should do that. And I'm like, we're not a we. I don't know why black men keep saying we. And you know damn well we're not a we. You just want to be a we on one thing. How? How you going to decide when you're going to be a we? Make it make sense. Because the only we you would have would be based on health. And then all the other we's would be based off of that. You'll be saying, okay, we're not feeding our children this and this and this. We're not doing that no more. That would be your first thing. Your first thing would be the food and how what you eating. You would look at the reality of it. You wouldn't try to make excuses based on, well, I'm gonna say this is all right just so I can eat it. You would look at the facts. You would look at the results of the health industry, and then you would make some changes. And then if you could do that, then you could do economics, you could do dating, marriage, education. But if you can't do that, if you can't stop your people from passing away earlier, and you can't see that the black man now is passing away at 53, 44, he's having things that you used to have. The black man now is passing away from things that people used to pass away from at 70 and 80 years old. You pass away at 50. NBA players, they ain't only living to 60. And they out of here. Every time you look up, somebody famous is out of here way early. And then because it's a younger generation, you don't even know it's way early. But see, I was born in 1958, so it's unheard of. People didn't really pass away till 80, 90. And nobody was passing away at no 50 years old, 60 years old. Nobody was passing away like that back in the 70s and the 60s and the 70s, not even in the 80s. Even in the 90s, people wasn't passing away like that. That's like in the 2000s, especially the 2010s to 2020s, man, you drop it early. Early. I'll be watching this sister on YouTube. She got a farm and her daddy be helping her. But see, they got the farm, but they don't got no nutritional situation. So it's her and her daddy. Her daddy's the only one she got helping her. Now her daddy got stomach cancer. So now if her daddy passed away, how's she going to take care of that farm? And I wanted to say something, but ain't no need of me saying nothing now that he got the stomach cancer. She should have been eating right. But it's a joke until it's not a joke. You can't put rotten flesh in your stomach. I mean, you can't expect the people to sell it to tell you that. So that right there, you can't expect the people to make Cheetos to tell you don't buy Cheetos. So, I mean, the people that would tell you they making the money, the doctors making money, the Walgreens, the pharmacies making money. He says, teach the children when they're young. You can't teach the children nothing if people doing it. That's make-believe. How can you teach your children not to celebrate the holiday when they're going to see your mama doing it, Patricia? They're going to see your brother doing it. They're going to see all their cousins doing it. No, you have to teach the adults. The children ain't going to like that. The adults are the ones doing it, and the children are following the adults. What do you mean teach the children? The children don't got no money to do Christmas. That's adults buying Christmas stuff. Children are not buying Christmas stuff. Children are not buying Christmas decorations. Children are not buying Christmas trees. Children are not buying Christmas gifts. So what do you mean teach the children? Patricia, let that sink in. What do you mean teach the children? How is an adult that does Christmas going to teach a child not to do Christmas? The adults love Christmas. There is nobody to teach the children not to do these holidays. The adults do them. My family members were sending me Merry Christmas all day yesterday, adults. Merry Christmas. It was a big old, you know how everybody texts in a group text? It's a big old group text, Merry Christmas. These was all adults. So you saying teach their children don't do Christmas when all these adults, you know doggone well that adults was hitting your phone, Patricia, saying Merry Christmas. Children ain't buying Christmas cards. Children ain't buying Christmas decorations. Children's not buying Christmas sweaters. Children's not even buying their own Christmas gifts. So it's not the children, it's the adults. And then financially for us, we're just helping other people get rich pretty much. It is what it is. Basically. We threw away a lot of money for Thanksgiving and Christmas when we're looking at an economy that might tank. And just imagine how horrible that'll be. Because the economy is looking. And I'm looking at some of my friends and some of my relatives, and it looked like the Twilight Zone. Because I'm like, y'all can't see the economy is unstable. But you got to understand, the foundation of Black Americans and the adults, about 95% of them don't watch nothing intelligent. They don't watch any statistics or stuff like that. They watch nonsense all day. They barely watch the news. When you go by Black people's houses, they got on like sitcoms. And then I'm gonna go see my day. They be dry. They don't care. They're gonna watch it anyway. And they're a little bit worse than ever. I think it's the most immature group of adults in the history. Because now I could call an adult and they'll talk to me with the TV loud in the background. I remember mature adults when the phone rang, they would turn the TV down. Now you could be talking to a woman on the phone and she got the TV loud. You can hear her, you can hear the TV. She talking to you and responding to the TV show. You're like, okay, look, call me back some other time. Click. You definitely don't have her undivided attention. It's like a weirdo group. They don't even have basic decency and manners. Next time you call somebody, listen. Very few of them turn the radio or the TV down to have an adult conversation. Very few. You have to tell them, could you turn the TV down? Or I'll call you back, I'll call you back. Go ahead and watch the TV because I'm not going to compete with the TV. Okay? We're not doing that. You don't want anything. Anytime somebody call you on the phone, the TV loud, they don't want nothing. It couldn't be nothing of any importance. So it's not looking good economically. I'm not sure what's going to happen with us with AI and so many jobs going to be cut because the first 6 months of 2026, a lot of people getting a pink slip. If they only know, they should have kept that money because they definitely getting ready to get fired. It's just unbelievable that people spending money. It's like, stop eating meat, you know what I'm saying? And drinking is making you slow because there's nowhere in the world you're going to see all these computers, all these robots, and all these AI and ain't worried about losing your job, still spending money. You got to be a fool. You have to be a fool to see automatic tellers everywhere and computers taking over and AI taking over and robotics taking over. You got to be a fool, even to the point where the car driving by itself, Waymo, you got to be a fool to not worry if you're going to have a job. You got to be, something's got to absolutely, you got to be a fool. Because I know I'm worried about my finances, extremely worried. I'm extremely worried about my finances because we are living in a time where they'll say, "Oh yeah, Pharaoh, that's over. No money, no money. We don't know what you're gonna do, but that's it. That's you know, we live in a world like send pink slips out to all the Uber drivers. We're going all way more. We don't need any drivers. When I went to Arizona, it was crazy. I had an Uber driver pick me up. Uber picked me up at the airport. And then when he almost got to my location, it was like at one street. Then we got a turn. We got off the freeway, made a right, go to this main street and turn. And the place where I was going was just down like a half a block, third of a block. And while sitting at that light in a Waymo, in an Uber, four Waymos passed me at one light. One going this way, then one going that way, and then one going that way, and another one going that way, and then it was another one, and like four just at one light. And I'm looking at the Uber driver. I'm thinking, bro, don't you see you're about to lose your job? And sure enough, about 2 months ago, I was on YouTube and I seen a bunch of Waymos picking up people, and the Uber drivers were sitting there. They ain't have no rides. I'm like, hi, what the hell? They're gonna be the dock workers' jobs gone. That's why they was threatening to go on that strike last year. Remember, everybody thought the stores were gonna run out of food. That's because the docks are finna go fully automated. There's gonna be no dock workers. There's gonna be nobody driving no train. Nobody driving the train. There's not going to even be nobody to wait on you on the train. It's going to be robots on the train to take your ticket and to help you. It ain't going to be no people doing no jobs. They're going to try to scrape people somewhere for like universal income where they just throw you like a welfare check and stack you in some old like buildings, like almost like nursing homes. They're just going to have millions of people staying in these buildings and just giving you like hardly no money. That's the plan. Universal basic income, and you just like a poor welfare worker. It's cheaper for them to just house you for dirt cheap than it is to hire you. Is way more doing the same ride share? No, they charging the same, but they ain't got to pay no drivers, so they don't give a damn. Not only are they charging, so they're gonna charge you more. The price gonna go up. The price gonna go up. You either gonna get in there or you gonna walk. They ain't gotta pay no drivers. They make all the money. You know what I'm saying? They make All the money. No, people don't make nothing. All the people do is pay, but the people now don't make a quarter. Imagine me getting in a Waymo that won't hire me. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. You getting in a car that deny you employment, and you giving them their money, but they ain't wouldn't give you a dime. You know what I'm saying? Just so you, and to pull that off, they gotta feed you a certain kind of way so you be like a pig or a cow, and they gotta program you with social media and TV so you be slow. They gotta dumb you down. They know the plants and stuff is high level knowledge, and they know eating a cow. How much knowledge you think you get eating a cow? What's what solution? What you mean? What's the solution? What you mean? What's the solution? Think about that question. To have a solution, everybody got to want a solution, right? So if don't nobody want a solution, there ain't no damn solution. There's no solution. What you mean solution? A solution would be me just saying something. Are people gonna follow my suggestion? No. So there is no solution. There's no solution. Solutions take unity and take everybody to be on the same page. People are not on the same page, so there is no solution. Stay vigilant. Ain't nobody vigilant to stay vigilant. There is no solution. If your car break down and you take it to the mechanic finds the solution and fix the car. If there's no mechanic and no people to fix the car, is there a solution? Okay, there's no mechanic for society. There's nobody cares. If there was a possibility of a solution, they wouldn't even be able to do it in the first place, right? The solution would be not to let them get as far as they got. If they getting away with everything they doing, that means nobody ain't thinking about no solution. How could you have a solution with people that don't even think it's a problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no solution. By the time people wake up, they'll just be gone because they don't have the mindset of a solution. So if I tried to say a solution, I would just be talking because it'd be like, okay, this is a solution. Then you ask me, are people going to do what you just said? No. Therefore, if I give a suggestion for a solution and it's just going to be just said and that's it, that means there's no solution. Nobody's going to give a damn about me trying to say no solution because they wouldn't. The solution is only use cash. Don't be using no debit cards, credit card, nothing. Cashes would be the solution. Cash. Reject credit cards, debit cards, auto pay, PayPal, Venmo. Reject all cashless transactions. They ain't gonna do that. I went to the 50 Cent show. I couldn't buy a T-shirt. I had $600 in my pocket. Couldn't buy nothing. The whole show was cashless. The parking was cashless. The tickets was cashless. And every vendor in there was cashless. The liquor, there was no cash in the whole place. And there was only one person in there that didn't like it. Me. And this is a giant auditorium with thousands of people to see 50 Cent, and they was all cool with it. They was all with it. Thousands. I was the only one like, When I got ready to buy the shirts, I asked the lady, "Do you take cash?" She said, "Nobody in this building take cash." I was like, "Hell no," because I hadn't been out since COVID. So I didn't know they flipped everything like that. Said nobody in this building take cash. That's when I started thinking my ticket was on my phone. There was no real ticket. My parking was done, tapping a thing. That's when I started saying this is the mark of the beast. This whole thing is the mark of the beast. And everybody was in there tapping their card, eating that trash. It ain't no food good for you in the whole auditorium. If you go to a football game, any of that, all that food is trash. It's not a healthy item in there. Nowhere. Not one. No vegetables, no fruit. All ultra processed food in the whole stadium, all the food is trash. 100% of it. If somebody like me go, there is nothing in there for me to eat. Zero. When I say zero, I mean there is zero in there to eat. The fries is fake. It's not real cut fries. It's the white things in the bag. The whole thing is trash. And if you got 25,000 people or 10,000 people or 5,000 people in here and nobody's complaining, what that tell you? It tells you they got the people already. They already got them. They already control the people. So all they got to do is make their little moves and put them totally under the mark of the beast. They already got them mentally. They're gone. The people is about as dumb as the average person, 20 and 30 and 40 years old, knows nothing about health. I mean, zero. They don't know anything about colon cancer. They don't know anything about breast cancer, prostate cancer, none of that. What you mean, what's a good meat substitute? Meat is the substitute. Meat is substituting vegetables. Meat is the substitute. Meat is the substitute. What's the substitute for meat for cows? Oh, that's right. Cows don't eat meat. Okay. So the meat you eat don't eat meat. Well, how the meat you eat got protein? How do you get protein from a cow when a cow don't eat meat? What's the meat substitute for a cow? Meat is the substitute for real food. Meat is the substitute for fruits, vegetables, herbs, spices, nuts, seeds, grains. Meat is the substitute. Basically, you don't need meat. You don't need meat. Just let that sink in. That people believe you need meat. Who told you that? Just let that sink in. Yeah, they've been saying that. Let that sink in. Because people say, well, what am I supposed to eat? Right there, that's the brainwashing. Right there, they got you. Think about it. As soon as you say what I'm supposed to eat, they got you already. They already got you. Think about it. Let this sink in. How you get muscle? How you get protein? Just just look at this picture and think about that question. How do you get protein? All you gotta do is like just think about it for a minute. And when you sit and you think about it, you be like, you know what? They're running a big game on us. Because people say, well, how you get protein? How the elephant get protein? He don't eat no hamburgers, bro. He don't eat steaks. None of these out, they don't eat steaks, bro. They don't eat meat. Just let that sink in. The biggest animals. Then you'll see, oh, I see what he's saying. It's a total brainwashing. Yeah, it's a total brainwashing to the max. Total. It's crazy. They don't eat no meat, bro. Your meat don't eat meat. You know what I'm saying? But the cows don't eat meat, bro. It was brainwashing. But you can't listen to nobody that's making money. You can't listen to people that's making money. They're making money. Oh yeah, he's malnourished, isn't he? He needs more muscle, doesn't he? Let's let this sink in. Look. Look at that muscle definition. You know, he knows steaks and burgers and stuff. I haven't ate meat since 1978. It's crazy. I should be sick, shouldn't I? I definitely shouldn't have no muscle. And I'm skinny. I'm skinny. I'm not even no big dude. I don't eat no meat. It's all manipulation for money, though. Is they're making money. You can't hate them. They're making money. And they took a whole lot of money for Christmas. They took a whole lot of money and they sent a whole lot of people to the hospital. They're doing no survey on people eating for Christmas and Thanksgiving and what's the numbers going to the hospital January, February, March, April. Even if they knew the statistics, they wouldn't tell you. Nobody put two and two together. The first time I put it together is I was with some family. And there was an uncle there. And he had this liquor, and I forgot what the name of it was. And he was just at the family function. So that Monday, I told my ex, I said, call your uncle. I want to ask him what the name of that was. She called him. She got the phone. She said, he said he don't feel well. And that's when I put two and two together. I was like, wait a minute. He was just at the family function, eating that food and drinking. 2 days later, he don't feel well. I started saying, we need to call our relatives after they leave the family function 2 days later. Your older relatives that came to the Christmas dinner, just call them Monday. See how they feel. Because I bet you if we did the research, I bet you a lot of them is sick. But nobody put to it. They're not going to think, oh, I'm sick from the Christmas dinner. And that man, he passed away. He gone. Huh? That's the first time I peed. I said, oh, wow, he was just with the family Saturday. Monday, he's sick. Whoa. Yeah, that's the first time I caught it. I never thought about it. Monday, he was sick. A year later, he was dead. Eating that trash. That stuff killed my mother and my father. I think my mother, I think it was the Avon and stuff she was putting on her body. She ended up cancer of the uterus. Women putting all this stuff on them to smell good. And they don't even, anytime you put makeup and stuff on, you don't know the ingredients. You know what I'm saying? And then you giving them all your money. That's the key to this conversation. You giving these people all your money, and you don't even know what you're giving them the money for. You don't know your future financial situation. You don't know what they investing in your money. So you could be buying like Christmas stuff from a company that's turned around and buying out your company and finna lay you off work. It's just an ugly, dirty game. But yet the Black Foundation of Black Americans don't have an automobile, don't have a motorcycle, don't have a television, don't have our own phone, but we sure go to do Christmas. And we now the black man, the Foundation of Black American Man, he ain't smart enough to say, man, the hell with Chris, let's put our money together, get our own phone, let's get our own automobile, let's open up some gas stations. He ain't on that. Hey, Merry Christmas, hey, Auntie, hey, movie. He's still a cotton picker. He's still the same way as the blacks that came out of slavery, doing the same shit that my great uncles were doing. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Ain't elevated none. And the difference between black people and white people is black people is talking about celebrating Christmas and white people is selling stuff for Christmas. They have companies to make money off of Christmas. We don't have no companies to make money off of Christmas. We just the supporters of Christmas. But they got commercials. Buy this, buy that, buy this stuff. Yeah, Christmas. Come buy this stuff. They own the stores. They making all the clothes. They make money off of every holiday. And we make nothing off the holidays. All we doing is giving our money away for a holiday. Ain't investing in ourselves at all. Just giving money away. Even to the point of the economy's collapsing, we still doing it. Try to keep up with a group of people that can hire their own. They ain't gonna hire you. They ain't gotta worry about it as much as you gotta worry about it. You don't got no businesses to hire all these black people. We not Amazon. We not Walgreens. We not none of this stuff. We can't even provide no jobs for ourselves. We not Starbucks. We not Apple. We don't make no iPhone. We don't make no computer. We don't make no TVs, refrigerators, air conditioners, cars. We're not building homes, apartment buildings, high rises, nothing, really. We just consumers, like pigs and animals on a farm that just stand there waiting for somebody to feed you. Basically, you can't even feed yourself. Every time a black man, if you want to take your wife out for a really exotic dinner, there's nowhere in the black community to take her. You got to take her to the fancy restaurant. It's not black. You go in the black community, it's McDonald's, stuff like that, Chinese food. It might be one little spot to sell eat, but we don't have sit down restaurants in the black community. Where? If I want to go out for a nice dinner, I got to go downtown. There's nowhere in the black community that could take a woman for a really nice dinner where she really thinks she went somewhere nice. You don't own stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Not really. So economically, we got to make some changes, which is not going to happen, but it's a good thought. We're too far gone, and we already headed to the mark of the beast in the cashless society. If we haven't turned it around by now, then it's time to stock up, have your emergency stuff, have your stuff for self-defense, and get ready for it to go down. Because the only friend we got is Mother Nature. Mother Nature's the only one fighting against the system. If it wasn't for Mother Nature, I think Black Foundation Black Americans would get wiped out. If it wasn't for floods everywhere, 4 states underwater, and now California finna be more underwater. If it wasn't for Mother Nature, the only thing gonna stop 1984 is Mother Nature. Because you gotta understand, the powers that be are not only doing us dirty, but they don't respect nature. And nature not like us. Nature don't play. So they don't respect nature. They abuse nature, and that's gonna be their downfall. That's the only reason we're gonna survive. Is because nature not going. And they just out of tune with nature. That's why they don't sell natural food. That's why you got everybody eating a natural food. You know what I'm saying? But you got to change the way you eat. In 2026, I'm telling y'all, you got to start changing the way you eat. And you're going to have to take that very, very, very serious. Don't let nobody lie to you. Those that smart, do what I'm telling you. Those that's not, I feel sorry for you. You ain't got a chance in hell. Seriously. And y'all got to watch for the recalls. Watch the recalls close. When you see a recall on a product, send it to all your relatives. You understand? Send it to all your relatives. I eat jasmine rice. I eat basmati rice. I don't eat white rice. I eat brown rice. I eat black rice. I eat basmati rice. I eat jasmine rice. But I eat variety. Variety is the spice of life. So I eat, couscous. I eat beans, black beans, black eyed peas. I eat a variety. I eat a variety so I can have varieties of spice of life so I can get all my nutrition. I eat this here, that there, that there. When I go to the store, I buy whatever vegetables look the healthiest. And I just switch it around. I make sure I switch it around. I eat a variety of seeds and nuts, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, walnuts. If you're men, you need to be eating walnuts. It's going to help you produce a lot more testosterone. and a lot more semen. If you want to know more about that, follow me on Vegan Intel. Go subscribe, especially by Monday. Make sure you're over there by Monday as I begin to try to get people ready to change, to have some type of New Year's resolution to slowly change. So, yeah, that's my other channel. I took everything about that from over here. Shout out to my good brother. What's up, Mr. Stroman? I seen you and the wife looking gooder, looking in a mug, looking beautiful. Tell your wife Pharaoh said hi, and she's a cutie pie. Make sure you tell her I said she's a cutie pie. She looks good. She's trying to take care of herself. I see you affecting her some kind of way, keeping her kind of. She watching you. She watching you eat, and she's kind of, you know what I mean, Drew. She watching you, and it's affecting her. She's eating a few more vegetables and stuff. You understand? Yeah, she's a cutie pie. And kiss the grandbabies. kiss the grand, kiss the grandbaby, especially the little one. Kiss the grandbaby. She gonna kiss his face off. So you got to get your hugs in, because your wife gonna squeeze that baby. You know what I mean? That baby gonna help her eat better. She gonna have to be ready to chase him. He ain't finna be on the run. Grandma gonna have to step a game to keep up with his little ass. Cause he finna try to run fast now. He's at that age where he ain't finna try to run slow no more. Yeah, he don't want to do no more slow running. This is when you gotta worry. They be trying to bust their head. Like, boy, you can't run fast. Y'all ever seen the baby when he running fast? He like on his tippy toes. He's leaning forward. You like, oh my God. They think they got it, but they really don't. But for some reason, they don't hit their heads. How does a baby run leaning forward and then fall down like that? They don't fall like this. It's crazy. My daughter used to run real fast and get right to the coffee table and then fall down straight. I'm thinking she finna hit her head. They can run fast forward, but they still fall on their butt. It's crazy. I guess God know they stupid. God know that baby crazy. So God made the baby when it sit down, it go back. It's amazing. They don't fall forward. It's amazing. They do not fall forward. They always fall back. But they running forward on their tippy toes. It's amazing. You think they're gonna fall this way. They running leaning like that, but then they fall back like that. It's crazy. You be like, oh, and then they fall like, oh God. I had to take the glass off the table in the living room and just stand it up behind the couch until she really got it together. Because as soon as they get on their tippy toes, they think they can run. It's like, you can't run good. They want to run immediately. It's the craziest thing. They want to go fast. You just start walking. Why are you trying to go so fast? It's the heart. Your heart be like, oh boy, this baby. And they just fall backwards. I don't know how they do it. They run leaning this way, but then they fall back on their butts. They don't fall this way. It's tripped out. It sure look like they're gonna fall that way, but they just go down back like that. It's weird. It's extremely strange. But they show have your chest beating, have your heart rate going up. You be so glad when they finally get three. Oh, when they get three, they got it, But when they two, ooh, and they, uh, what when they start running like that, like I think 10 months. I think they give you a heart attack 10, 11, 1 year old, 1 year, 1 month, 13 months, 14 months, 15 months. I think somewhere in there they get it together. Somewhere in there they finally get it together. And then once they can run good, they stop running. It's crazy. Once they can run good, they don't run no more. I don't know what's wrong with babies. Once they can run good, they start just walking around. But when they can't run and they're on their tippy toes leaning forward, they're going fast they can. Maybe that's to keep their balance, I guess. I don't know what the hell's wrong with babies. They tripped out though. And I'll be glad when you learn how to walk and stop running forward with your head leaning forward on your tippy toes. It's the scariest thing ever. If you got anything hard around, I just moved everything so nothing but couches. I just Yeah, you could kiss your living room goodbye once you got a baby that just learned how to walk. You got to move everything. The baby owns the living room. And then when they get it together, you can put the furniture back where it was. If you got any furniture they can hurt themselves on, they got to go. You got to also, for those watching me, you can't have no drapery cords hanging down. Okay? They'll choke themselves. You can't have no dresser drawers that can fall over. You have to get the weights so that the dresser drawer, because little boys like to climb and they'll pull the drawers out, stand on the dresser, fall on them and hurt them. So you got to baby proof the house. Tie those drapery cords up high. Tie them up. Put a one of those ties off the bags, off the bread. You can't have no cords hanging down. It's for the young ladies and young men when you have children. They will get their neck caught in the drapery cords. You don't want no items with sharp points on it in case they do fall. And you don't want no dresses that could fall over. You have to get braces on the dresses. You lost a niece like that? Yeah. A little boy is super athletic. Oh, thanks, Drew. A little boy is super athletic. They can climb. They can really climb like 2 years old, 3 years old. You would not believe how athletic and how smart they are. And they can get up on stuff. And they're very determined and very strong. You got to watch them. No drapery cords hanging down and no dresser that could fall over on them and a lot of other things. Nothing, no cloth, no tablecloths that they can pull the stuff on them. Gotta take the tablecloth off the kitchen. If you got anything hard, like bowls, fruit bowls, or any glass or anything on the table, you either take it off and just have the tablecloth or get rid of the tablecloth and have the stuff sitting on the table because they'll grab the cloth, pull all that stuff on them. You gotta make sure they don't got nothing that they can get in their mouth and swallow because they will put everything in their mouth. It's really a job. And if you're the grandparents, you have to teach your sons or your daughter what to do. And so you got to go over to their house and baby proof the house for them. Oh, this dresser here, it fall too easy. All you got to do is just pull out the two top drawers and see. And if you pull out the two top drawers, at your daughter or your son's house, and you pull out the two top dresser drawers, the bedroom drawers were closed, you can see, oh, this gonna fall. So you got to secure the dressers up again. They got braces. You got to buy those braces, right? You got to buy those braces. You have to brace the dresser drawers up against the wall. Thanks a lot for the support, Drew. You gotta brace the dressers. Seriously. If you got a baby, you have to work to keep that baby alive. You can't just it's not a joke. It's not a joke. You got to lock the bathroom cabinets. You shouldn't have any chemicals down where they could get them. All the chemicals got to be moved under the kitchen sink and all that. Unless you put a lock on the kitchen, it's got the two handles and they got that you can put on there so that the cabinets can't open because they'll drink it. Some kids on our block got under the sink and drank some stuff. I think 2 or 3 of them died. It was a family. It was so bad they moved where they drank some stuff. And the boys climbing stuff, the girls, the girls are women, and you gotta watch them. When my sister was little, my mother went in the bathroom, and my sister was in the bathroom tub with the shoe polish in her shoes. And she had put the black shoe polish all over the shoes, all up her arm, all over the tub. Had got the stuff and went in the bathroom and climbed in the tub, was in there doing shoes. Told Mama, look, Mama, I polished my shoes. Polish was everywhere. All up her arm, all over her clothes, all over the tub, all over the wall. And the shoes was polished, I guess. She thought she was doing something. Yeah, girls, boys is rambunctious and climb and stuff, and girls get in, want to pour stuff. Want to pour one because you see mommy pouring stuff. She see grandmama pouring stuff. So she want to pour out liquids. So you got to watch children. It's a full-time job. That's why with the babies, I keep them in the living room. I don't let them they got to stay in the living room where I'm at. So if I'm working from home, I'm in the living room. The baby's in the living room. Another thing, I like to put them in walkers because walkers stop them from hitting their head because it's like a bumper car. I would sit their ass in the walker, and now they can't get away. Walkers is great because they're gonna bump, and the walkers in front of them. The one that's got the food tray and stuff, get that one. That'll stop them from touching stuff because they can't reach it. Yeah, throw his little ass in there. He can't touch nothing. He can't reach it. Other than that, you cannot slip for a minute or you're going to hear crying. If you even hear crying, like you really got to watch them. They will disappear. And they will do something that you never would thought and they will get stuff down their throat. They put stuff in their mouth, all of that. You can't have nothing small that could go in their mouth. Like You got to baby proof the whole house. Seriously. Until they get older. Once they get about 3, 4, they cool. 2, 1.5, 2, on the way to 3, and even early 3, yeah, they kind of chill out. We get like 3.5, almost 4. You can breathe. When they first start, could stand up and learn how to walk. Oh, for that first year and a half, it's a real job. You really have to watch them. They can't get away. They can't. You can't get on the phone and forget. You look up. Where is no cords? You got lamps and cords. They're gonna pull a lamp right on their head. It's crazy. It's a real serious job. So I'm glad Drew came over here so I can give you all that advice before I go. It's very serious raising children. Very. Babies. Babies just learn how to walk and they're explorers. They want to see what all this stuff is. And it's a full-time job. You gotta watch them. They real quiet. They'll dip off. You can't iron and have the cord hanging down. They're gonna pull the iron right on their head. Like a lot of stuff you've been doing before you had a baby, you can't do it no more. You gotta put that baby in the walker where he can't get to nothing, and then go in another room and iron. What I like about the walker, they can't grab nothing. The only thing they can grab is the stuff in the little tray. That's it. It's a full-time job. Keeping them alive. So look, you all. Y'all have a good day. I'll be over here talking for a while. Enjoy your new year. And keep your eye on the recalls from here on through next year. Keep your eye on the recalls. Buy masks. Keep some mask at the house, right? Buy some masks. Just like during COVID, keep a couple boxes of masks at the house. Because we might have any type of breathing outbreak out of nowhere. That's not over. All right? And y'all stay positive. Okay? Stay positive. Peace.